I don't really have a video planned, so I just kind of want to talk to you guys about Hallmark Christmas movies. Now before I begin, you know about Hallmark Christmas movies, right? You know, the ones where the plot's always the same? It always stars an independent businesswoman in the big city, and she's too busy for Christmas because the big project is due. Also, her mom and or dad died on Christmas, so the holiday season's always tough for her. But her big project somehow sends her back to her small, very white hometown, where she bumps into her old high school flame who's a hunk now and volunteers at the Christmas tree farm and teaches her the importance of a grounded, down-to-earth Christmas. Also, sometimes literal magic is involved, like actual Christmas magic, and Santa himself shows up. It's rare, but it does happen sometimes. But way less rare is her boyfriend and typically fiance stuck in a snowstorm back in the big city. But fuck that guy, because he's not the hometown Christmas hunk. Aaron and I live for these movies. They're the only reason we haven't cut our cable cord yet. We make drinking games out of them. For example, drink every time it cuts to a musical montage, but they couldn't get the rights to like an actual Christmas song, so they had to settle for some royalty-free garbage like Sleigh Bells Under the Christmas Snow. Long story short, we love these movies because they all follow the same insane rules. But I'm not here to talk to you about regular-ass Hallmark Christmas movies. I'm here to discuss a weird, seedy, fetishized subgenre of bad Hallmark Christmas movies. I'm talking about the prince or princess subgenre. Now you might be asking, what does that mean, John? First off, my name's Jack, and second, I'm so glad you asked. A princess Christmas movie is any Christmas movie where an ordinary woman somehow becomes a princess pretends to be an ordinary woman, or an ordinary woman and a princess swap places. And that's it. Those are the only three storylines you will ever see for this cursed subgenre. And somehow they just keep churning them out like Marvel movies. It's the weirdest thing. I'm going to read for you some of the titles of these princess Christmas movies, but bear in mind, I may have a stroke because they all sound like the same fucking movie. A Princess for Christmas, My Christmas Prince, Christmas Princess, A Christmas Prince, Christmas with the Prince, A Prince for Christmas, A Christmas Princess, A Christmas Prince, The Royal Wedding, The Princess Switch, A Christmas Prince, The Royal Baby, The Princess Switch switched again. Now, if you're still conscious after that, kudos, but you may have also noticed that some of these movies are franchises. In fact, one of them is a goddamn trilogy, and somehow there's demand for a fourth. Why? The whole thing is just bizarre, because the prince, there's always a prince, has a very pronounced English accent, but the country he's from is never real. See, this is one of those insane rules I was talking about earlier. The kingdom is always based in a fictional country. You may recall that actual good movie, The Princess Diaries, not a Christmas movie, takes place in the fictional principality of... That's right, Genovia, very good. So all of these Christmas princess movies were like, yeah, me too, and did the exact same thing, yet worse. Fictional countries where the prince is from include, but not limited to, Aldovia, Moldovia, Belgravia, Cardinia, Calpurnia, Baltania. And they're always here, somewhere in Western Europe, because if you go too far east, then it's too foreign for all the single middle-aged white moms to relate to. Speaking of, I gotta ask, is this what women want? Like, is this a real fantasy? To be whisked away by some English-sounding prince who's not from England? Like, does the kink not work unless the country of origin is imaginary? Ladies, help me out. I don't get it. In conclusion, I want to leave you all with a little puzzle that's been bothering me for years. A lot of these Hallmark Christmas movies sound the same. For example, there's A Christmas Wish and A Wish for Christmas. Different movies, no relation. There's just only so many combinations of words you can make to form the title of a Christmas movie. That's just math. But this is what perplexes me. In 2007, a Christmas movie titled Snowglobe came out, and it is exactly as good as you think it is. In 2013, a movie called A Snowglobe Christmas came out. Why, yes, that is the same actress in both posters. Good eye. So obviously, these two movies are related, right? Like one's the sequel to the other, or one's the prequel to the other. No! You buffoon! This actress plays two different characters. There's no relation. And here's the kicker. The plot is the same in both movies. That plot being, the lead character is magically transported to a wonderful Snowglobe world. So to recap, same movie, same actress, different movies? I feel like I'm the only sane person in Crazy Town. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna fire up the mistletones because it breaks all norms by being a musical. So you may have noticed this terrifying poster behind me. Well, I teamed up with Pixel Empire to make this ridiculous full-sized movie poster that you can only get on their site. It's great, it's got all the fixed flags in it. I'm flinging a fidget spinner, remember those from 20 years ago? Got some protein. Do I spy a WTF blanket reference that only boomers will get? Some protein. The whole thing is framed by a Twitter for Android reference. Oh, Klondike Sunday and Chipwich, the unholy trinity. There's a little protein. It's 20 inside jokes in one, so anyone who doesn't watch me will not get it. And they shouldn't. But the best part is that 50% of all poster sales will go to Critical Care Comics, an awesome charity that gives comics and toys to children in hospitals, all while dressed as their favorite superheroes. So if you purchase one of these posters, rest assured that it's going to a very good cause. Click the link in the description below to get one today.